You say you're fine, but I can see right through. You're holding your secrets for way too long. This can't keep going on. With every lie, they keep on hurting you, getting away with everything they do. This can't keep going on. No, we're gonna find them, and I'm gonna fight for you. They better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions, lions. We'll be running with the lions, lions. They can't run, they can't hide. We won't stop until they're down. We'll be running with the lions, lions.
After getting your fill of stew and plenty of rest at the Sleeping Lion, you start off early in the morning. The first order of business is looking for information on someone named Warden. He seems to be making a trade of buying fresh corpses, and you would like to know why. It's slow going at first, but you eventually find a pair of vermin down in the sinking market, who seem overly interested in cadaver disposal. After some rough persuasion, they cough up that they too are being paid by a man named Roland to deliver bodies. They even give you the drop-off location, some derelict ship at the old docks. You head down to the pier and look around. It doesn't take long to spot the suspicious vessel. Not only is it leaking some vile black liquid from the hull, there are two men wearing red robes standing guard outside the dock. They notice you eyeing them and begin making threatening gestures for you to pull off. Looks like getting to the bottom of this is going to require cracking a few scores.
Welcome back down to the table, everyone. I have everything set up for the Black Ship Scenario 3. Our goal is to kill all the enemies. You have this beautiful ship and artwork. We have just come down the plank onto the dock itself, and we see these two mysterious, shadowy figures right there, the Zealots, hanging out by the entrance. We have our goodies that we bought in the city phase last time. If you missed that, link right there. There were a good number of rules that come between Scenario 2 and 3. We'll deal with those rules as we come across them when they become pertinent. So we can just jump in. But we do want to look at the new things we got. We didn't get this in between, we get this right now. And that is 2 new cards. We didn't upgrade to 2 new cards, we gained 2 cards. So we now have 8 cards in our hand, which means a whole nother turn is available to us. And these are kind of, I think, the signature cards for these characters. Let's look at Hatchet's cards first. First we have the favorite. Place one of your character tokens on this card. You may add a +3 attack to any of your ranged attacks by moving the token from this card to the target after the attack ability is resolved. When the target dies, place the token on the hex in which it died. If you loot that hex, return the token to this card. So that's a lot going on there, but it seems pretty straightforward and simple. We'll come to that when we get it, but basically you're throwing hatchets and you're using your little hatchet tokens. That's really cool. So we wonder what those are for. Now we know. The other things we want to note is it does have the lose this card symbol here. If it's discarded, it goes to our lost pile. We also have 2 experience points. So this happens when this card is played. We gain 2 experience. So remember, we don't gain experience from these guys because these guys drop loot. We gain experience from actually doing actions, which is a really, really cool. I like it. I like it. It makes complete sense to me. So this will be played, and this is active for the rest of the scenario. That's what that symbol means. And of course it does have a bottom action, which is wound, which is, there's several new conditions in this scenario. Wound, target adjacent enemy, we'll deal with that when we come to it. And move 3 and jump, and we'll talk about that when we come to it as well. One more card, retrieval. So these kind of go hand in hand. Attack 2, if the target has your favorite token, return the token to this card. Now, when the target dies, the hatchet falls to the ground when their body, I guess, disintegrates, dissolves, fades away, video game style. And we retrieve our hatchet. This, we run up to him, hit him, and pull it out of his chest. That's what I imagine. I really like that visual. That's thematic. Maybe gruesome, but thematic as well. And then it has a move one and a loot one. And that seems really weak, except the fact that our loot card, if you remember from last scenario, has a really strong bottom and top, but we lose it if we play it. So this gives us a loot card we can play and not lose. I'm not a fan of losing cards. Now we can't forget our Void Warden. She also gets 2 new cards. Close the Abyss, a heal 2 at a range of 2 for target 2. That's really cool. So she can heal herself and hatchet at the same time. All of our other cards, it's one or the other. And then all allies remove poison, which is another new condition. It's my favorite token, I think, that I see in there. This little thing, the X'd out eye skull, with this heal gain bless, which is another condition. We'll get to that when we get to it. Force, bottom part, force all enemies within range 3 to perform a move 1 with you controlling their actions. So a more controlled push, if you will. And then kind of her signature card, I think. One ally within range 3 may perform a shield 1, which means soak up a damage. The same ally may perform a move 2. This symbol, conversely to the other symbol, means that it's active through the rest of the round. And then it's discarded, or in this case discarded or lost if it has that. Then we have her bottom part, which is the really cool one. At the start of your next 5 turns, perform a curse condition, range 2 action. This stays in play until it runs out. So 5 for 5 turns, we're going to move a marker down, and she gets her 2 experience points when it reaches here and here. And then when it falls off, it's not discarded, it's lost. So we do have a treasure chest down here, a couple of coins, a couple of traps, and we do have doorways. So that's why no enemies are set up. We have a doorway here and a doorway here. The only difference between this and the last scenario is we stop and read this little blurb, which I haven't read yet, for 1 here and 2 here. Last, let's look at our villains, our bad guys this time. We have our zealots right here. Both of these are going to start on level 1. We're not going to have any elite zealots in this scenario because there's only 2 characters. So these zealots are going to have 6 health, 2 base move, and 2 base attack. And we have the card we've seen before. This envelope, you pick the card or the envelope based on how many standees are in the little baggie of the monster. So this one had 10. This and the Vermling Raiders that we did the last 2 scenarios only had 6. So make sure you pull out the right envelope. These guys have a health of 3, a move of 2, and an attack of 1. And they have, for the elites, they have a health of 5, a move of 2, and an attack of 2. And then they have this poison condition. So these conditions here mean even if they don't hit us or do no damage, they still apply the condition. In this case, poison. So that's something we're going to have to deal with. I think that's enough splaining for right now. Let's just dive in. I'm ready to play. So I think let's get this card out. Let's go ahead and put that. It's going to stay in there for the whole time. So let's go ahead and pull that card out. And since he's 3 away, well, let's go ahead and put center mass up and throw our hatchet at our cultist, our zealot. I think for her, we're going to play 23 for the move and muddle, and to make sure she tries to go earlier in the round. And then we're going to give him an extra attack at a range, hopefully. Hopefully we go early enough that happens. I'd like to try to take out at least one of these guys in this turn. Okay, we're going to pull their card, and we have a 77. So they're going to go last. So it is Hatchet, Void Warden. I put it on this white cardboard. Hopefully it shows up because it's going to get lost in all that wall of text up there. So We have Zealot going last, and they have move -1, attack -1, and they poison. Okay, fancy new card. That goes there. That goes there. Just we need to remember that gives us a +3. We need to use it. So let's use it. We're going to attack this guy right here. He's 3 away. 3, range 3, attack 3. And we don't have to play this until it says ranged attack, moving token to the card to the target after the attack ability is resolved. So it's more of like a follow-up. So we have a +1. Great start, great start. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we did it. We hit him. 3, 4. We're gonna throw this. 5, 6, 7. He's gone. He drops that. His body disintegrates. A coin appears, and then our Void Warden is gonna go, and he has to loot to get that back. So wow, we almost did that too well, because I guess I didn't expect him to be killed in one shot like that. I'm glad, but it kind of makes what we picked a little harder. So we'll have to move 3, which means it's going to put her in the line of fire. 1, 2, we don't have to move 3, but we're going to move 3. Let's see. Well, she was here. 1, 2, let's do that. 3. Now he can reach her when he moves. So we will do this. He's going to have a move -1. His move is 2, so he only gets to move 1. So we're going to stay out of reach. So that was the bottom of the card. We are still going to muddle him, which isn't going to matter. And then our ally is not within range. So yeah, we can't do that. Okay, our Zealot's going to go. He's going to move. He's zeroed in on her. That's our focus. He's going to move 1 or 1. We're going to move him there. Nope. Let's move him there. Alright, let's get him back in the action. Let's do Disorienting Barrage for the move 2. 1, 2, which will make him adjacent. And this was gone at the end of his turn. And then we're going to use Close Cuts. Even though we don't need it, I want the attack 3. So that's what Hatchet's playing. The initiative is 25. He doesn't have his favor, so let's get him to Wicked Scratch so he can attack for 4 more. Hopefully that's enough to kill him. And then I think we'll have to play the move 4. Okay, so hers is 43. This means that Hatchet's gonna go at 25, she goes at 43, and these guys go at 19. Wow, that's really early. Ooh, not cool. That may have screwed up everything I just planned. Alright, Hex Whip. Move +0. Oh, that means he's not gonna... Well, no, he's gonna move 2. And attack -1 and curse. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, boy. Okay, so he's going to move up to 2. He only needs to move 1. We'll move him there. And then he wants to attack at a -1. So he attacks for 2, -1 times 2 is 2. So he hits her for 2. Oh, this is before drawing the attack card to soak up that damage. Okay, that's alright. She'll take 2. She's down to 4. And this is going to get shuffled here in a minute. And he curses her. So let's talk about curse. Curse is actually kind of cool. I mean, it's not, but it is. Most conditions have these little tokens right here. Curses and blessings are cards like our modifier deck. So this is a blessing. It's fantastic. Another ×2 in our deck. That's great. And she has the ability to bless on her Close the Abyss. With this heal, it's a heal card. With this heal, give a blessing. On the other hand, as you probably can guess, that's a curse. Goes in our deck and is another miss. So there's only 1 ×2 in our deck, and there's only 1 miss in our deck. So this will put 2 and makes the odds of getting it a lot worse. So that's what we'll do. We'll put a curse in her deck. Now the only positive thing about drawing this is when you draw it, it leaves your deck. It's the only way to get it out of your deck. And so, put that there and shuffle it in. So that is 2 of our new conditions, blessings and curses. And that's the Zealot's turn, so Hatchet gets to go now. We still can move 2 and attack, so let's do that. Move 2, attack for 3, so move here. Attack number 2 Zealot for 3. Do I want to gain advantage? Let's see, he's going to get to attack again for 4. I think we'll take our chances. So, +1, fantastic. So 4 damage is on Zealot number 2. Now for her turn, she's going to allow him, oh dear. So she's going to allow 1 within range, 1 or 2. Oh yeah, this is good. Attack for 4. Sorry, I thought it was range attack. It's not. It's an adjacent attack. That's why we played it. I'm good. I'm good. All right, so Hatchet's ran up. He started wailing on this dude. He's already got him. He only needs to do 2 more damage. He's attacking for 4, as long as he doesn't miss. So 3, and this guy is dust. So he was, where was he? Here? Yep. So he also drops a coin. And so that was at the top, and there is the bottom. Let's go 1, 2. Do I want to open this yet? No, it's okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be brave and bold here. We're gonna rush forward. We're opening the door. So that was, where was she? 1, 2, 3. So she'll still have 1 movement after we set all this up. So we grab 2 of these guys. And we have number 7 and number 8. 7 here, 8 here. We get 1 cultist. We'll just grab number 6 again. It's already on the stand. And you'll notice that there's traps and coins and a treasure chest. And there are obstacles, but there's difficult terrain. So now's a good time to look at difficult terrain. Difficult terrain requires 2 movement points to enter unless you have jump. So it takes 2 movement points to enter into any difficult terrain. So we pull this card still for him, and this card, number 33, Swift Fangs, move +1, jump. So that's this mentioned, difficult terrain requires 2 movement points to enter unless you have jump. So jump means it's only 1, plus you can go, these have jump. So they can go through here with only 1, and they can go over these. They just can't finish on an obstacle. They still can't go through walls, so this whole area right here is water. They can't go through that. And they can go through traps without triggering them. They just can't stop on a trap. Pretty simple. Move +1, jump, attack for +0, target 2 adjacent enemies. So these guys are going to go now. So he's going to activate movement +0, so he moves for 1. He can't do anything else. And then they're going to move for +1. So their movement is 2. We'll start with the lowest, 7, as we're supposed to. 1, 2, 3. So +1. They'd use the jump. Doesn't cost them any extra to get through there. So 1, 2, 3. That seems to be the closest. And attack adjacent for +0. Target 2, can't do it. And this one's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3 maybe? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the closest route. Okay, I think we're going to force an enemy to attack another enemy with Turn Out the Lights, number 49. So that's the bottom part. So we need a top part. And I'm torn between healing or just simply disarming, but that's range 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's within range. He's probably 1, 2. He could reach me. I think healing might be the better option right now. I was going to play my fancy card So what it is, now that we know what curse is, it allows us to, over 5 turns, throw some curses in this deck. Let's do that. Actually, and that affects all of them. Need her to heal, though. Let's take a chance. I want to start throwing some negative cards in there. So, heal 2, and then we'll play that, and that'll make her go even earlier in the round. That's her 2. Okay, I think we're going to move 5, and that gives them initiative 18, and heal, attack for 3. My idea is if I can get here, I can see them and attack for this one. Okay, so 15, 18 for him, and these guys, it's going to be 58. Constrict, move, -1, attack, +1, immobilize. Ooh. 58. So right now it's hatcheted to 18. Nope. Void Warden 15 goes first. Giant Viper goes after that. And these guys, drain life, heal 1. Move +1, attack -1 at a range of 2. So he's going to get to where he needs to do to attack. And he's 27. So it is Void Warden, Hatchet, and Zealot, then the Giant Viper. So we have this card out. It doesn't take effect until next turn. At the start of your next 5 turns, add a curse card. So that's the bottom of that one, and we want to heal 2. So she's back up to 6, and she gains a bless. So not only are we going to be putting curses into their deck, we're putting a bless in ours. Okay, now Hatchet gets to go. And Hatchet's going to move 5, but we're only going to take 2 of it. And then we're going to attack for 3 at a range of 3, so we're going to attack that one for 3. I do want to kill him though. Let's use this to gain advantage. So we have -1 and -1. No, I just wasted that card. Okay, so that card, until we take a long rest, that card is exhausted. So we do 2 damage to number 7. Not quite enough to kill him. Number 7. Okay, so now 27. Our Zealot gets to go. He's going to heal 1. Doesn't need to. He's going to move +1. He moves for 2. He's zeroed in on her. But he wants to range at 2, so he's going to stop there. Attack at -1. So he attacks for 1, plus whatever this is, -1. 0, nothing. Fantastic. Take it. Every day of the week. Okay. These guys are going to move and immobilize. She's going to be stuck in the doorway. So the first thing is he's going to move here. And he's going to attack for +1. So that is 2 altogether. We are going to exhaust this to show what says, when attacked, before drawing the attack modifier card, the attacker gains disadvantage for the attack and you gain shield 1 for the attack. So we'll soak up a damage if they hit us. And there's a decent possibility they'll hit us. So let's go through 1 attack, 1 attack. So 2 times 2, but he has disadvantage, +1, still not great. So 3 attack, we soak up 1, and she takes 2 damage again, and immobilize. So she's not going to be able to move next turn. Then this one's 1-2, going to attack as well. We have nothing to soak up damage. So he's going to attack for 2, 3. We are down to 1 health on her. Should never lead with your support character. Let's make sure we weren't supposed to shuffle a deck. Nope. I think we are supposed to shuffle this one. Yes. Okay, I think I'm going to take her cards back in hand to pick, and we'll do a short rest So we haven't talked about long rest yet, but we if they have a feeling we're going to get there now. And I could have lost a card. So you can always lose a card to negate damage. So I could have actually negated that last 3 damage. But let's wait till we're about to be killed. Suggestion. So force one enemy to attack at range 3, attack the move and muddle card, which I really like that combination, is lost to us. He has an attack 2 at a range of 3 in his hand. At the end of the turn, he gained this and his favor back. Let's not lose a card quite yet. Let's play the rest out. So he has 46, 64. I like the idea of attacking better. So let's play that heal card. I think we're going to use that heal 2. And we're going to use this Wicked Scratch to allow him to attack again. Hopefully she doesn't die before that, because that is 68 and 89. That is a really my lowest card is lost. You don't come here for great in-depth strategy. You come here to get a feel for the game and casual play. I keep telling myself that, but let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so 68, 46, both kind of low. 43. So right now, Void Warden's going last, Hatchet's going next to last. 43 is these guys, and 19 is the Zealot. Woo! That is not good at all. Okay, so he has a move plus 0, but he can't move, and this is not bad. It is an adjacent attack. So he can't get to us. He can't attack. He doesn't curse because he can't reach us. So with his cursed blade. Okay, so I'm okay with that. Then we go to the Giant Vipers. And they have a move plus 1. It's not going to matter. Jump, attack, target all adjacent enemies. So he's going to attack minus 1. Alright. So we flip a card, there's nothing I can do. Minus 1, 0, nothing. Actually, attack minus 1 would be 0 anyway. Nothing. So, yay. That was the earliest one, 7. Number 8, which is that one, is going to go now, and it's a plus 0. They don't attack. Fantastic. Move 1, loot 1. Get this coin. Have fun. He's going to be the one getting most of the coins. We're going to have to go out our way to get her a coin. Okay, we get to target 2. So this card, we need to use this. So we're going to target both of them. Attack 2, range of 3, target 2. So let's do number 7 first. That's this one. He's the one that we only need to hit once. So we start at 2 and we lose by 1. So 1 damage to him. He's gone. Thank goodness. And now we're attacking this one, and we will we'll draw first. This is our second attack, a plus 2. So we are attacking at 2, 3, 4. That's enough to kill him. We don't need to throw it. So that's 2 coins dropped. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. And then she's going to play down her Strengthen. Loot 1 is Strengthen, so she loots these 2. So maybe not go out of her way. Maybe there's an advantage to putting her in the front. And attack range 3. Now, we can see from this corner to this corner fine. So he can attack. He can peek around the corner. And I'm really glad we didn't have to use our hatchet. He can do an attack 2. Minus 2. So 0. But we can add a plus 3 to the attack. So he hurls the axe. It hits him. He's down 3 and he's number 6. Alrighty. And at the start of her turn, she should have put a curse card in the monster deck. And he is going to lose... What are you losing? Your chaos, your close cuts. We forgot to read this. You burst into the cargo hold, and a foul smell hits you in the face. A river of sticky black liquid flows through the ship, pouring between the various cracks in the hull. The source appears to be beyond the far door, But first, you'll have to fight your way past more ruffians and their pets. Okay, we need to think about healing. I was looking at a long rest. So a long rest, you basically lose your turn. These cards that have this exhaust symbol on it get flipped back up. You have to pick a card from your pile. You get your cards back just like a short rest. You pick a card. You actually get to pick what card goes from here to lost. It's not random, which is actually kind of nice. And you just basically skip your turn and heal 2. But I can heal 2 with, or 3 even. So I don't think we're going to do that yet. I don't think we're that desperate, because he's still going to move and he still could do some damage. And you get initiative 99. So that is nice because it takes focus off of you, so I can move him, even if, because she goes later, I can move him, and even if they're equidistance, he would become the focus. So if this was not a block text, let's say if I moved him and she was initiative 99, then they're equidistance, but he would still draw focus because he went earlier in the initiative. Alright, for the Void Warden, let's do heal 2 on the top portion of Close the Abyss, and 72, let's do a move 4. Okay, we're going to move 3, that's 24, so that's pretty early in the turn, and move 3 and push 2. So we're going to move 1, 2, and push, and we have to push away, but this is away and this is away. So we're going to definitely push him into that trap. Takes 3 damage, which kills him off. So he's gone, and we'll take his marker back. And now, I can't move anymore. He drops a coin. Yep, so we're going to lose that attack 2, or attack 3, range 3, that's fine. And then she's going to move. She's going to heal for 3. Back up to 4 out of 6, and then she's going to, oh sorry, she's going to heal for 2, not 3, just 2. So she's up to 3. A blessing goes in this deck. She's going to try to heal him. A blessing goes in his deck. And then she's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3. We'll just stop right there. She picks that up. Okay. Let's make sure I wasn't supposed to shuffle any of these. Nope. So, blessing in this deck. And we forgot at the start of the turn to put another curse in here. And that's fine, we'll do. So that's 2 turns. Staying alive, that's the name of this game today. And these blessings get removed between games, just FYI, because I don't think I'll show that on camera. Alright. Let's take a long rest. This is going to heal 2. So she's at 3, 4, 5. She's going to heal 2. We get to pick what card is going into... I guess we're going to put this heal into our lost pile. 1 curse. We don't have anybody to curse. She does get an experience point though. It's a range 2 to curse, so we can't curse anybody. Just before I forget. She's doing a long rest, so that's nothing. This gets turned back over. So for him, we're going to move 1, loot 1. This is going to eat up time like crazy. And let's do Disorienting Barrage. She's 99. There's no other enemies on the map. And he's going to loot here to get that back. Okay, so now we have things to work with. She's going to move 4 and I guess attack. That's going to get discarded. 43. he's going to move 5 and double throw at nothing. So 18. So he's going to move first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get number 10. Okay, number 10 is Fateful Compass, item 27. Fateful Compass, he gets this immediately. During your turn, force one enemy within range 3 to perform a move 2 action with you controlling the action. Okay, we'll put that up here. That's his turn. She's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, next turn he's doing a short rest. Oh, I put her right in the middle of that trap, didn't I? Let me rethink that. Let's just go, where was she? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just, I'm just going to ignore that loot right now. I need to get her. I need to get them into here fast because I'm getting low on cards. And we lose stopping power. Attack 3 at a range of 3. Immobilize move 3. So this moves one more. There's no enemies in range 2. Yeah, I think she wants to pick up her cards. So she loses. Wicked Scratch. Oh, no, that's not one I want to lose. Okay. So she picks those up, and she wants to, I think she wants to move 4, and then disarm whatever's going to be on the other coming 4, which would hopefully be this elite. Now I think the way he gets ready for this, she has an initiative of 43. So let's give him initiative 18, move 5. So 1, 2, 3, and then he'll have, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll have 1, he can't move. He'll be stuck in that doorway. Okay. Well, then we are going to have 2 enemies. Okay, double throw. Attack 2 at a range of 3 and target 2. Yes, I like that. So 18, 43. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's read this so we don't forget it this time. The smell gets even worse when you finally open the door to the back cabin. More of these robed madmen are performing some sort of incantation over an altar piled high with severed limbs and unidentifiable mounds of flesh. Well, of course, they're zealots. That's what they do. With the flies buzzing and the strange guttural howls, all you want to do is get as far away as possible. But you have a job to do, so you commence with the killing. Sounds good to me. So, we're going to get one of these. We've got number 2. And we're going to get one of these. Number 6 is the one in the gold. And then this one is not going. Okay, we're going to flip cards for each of these. So we have 18, which is tied. So these guys are going to go in between Hatchet and the Void Warden. Not cool. Find cover is what they get. We'll have to definitely get into their deck. Or shuffle their deck now. And they're going to go to 77. So they go after. This is getting shuffled into here now that we have enemies. So Hatch is going to finish his turn. He still has, we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's stuck there, that's right. Could almost back up and pull them into this trap with that Fateful Compass. But I can't back up right now, so that's gone. And we're going to attack 2 as we plan. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Playing that well. Attack 2. I've got my little hatchet here. He's 6. He is 5. With poison. Oh, I don't think we did poison before. We'll go over poison in a second. I'm sorry if I missed that. I forget it was up here, not on the card. Okay, let's do our attack 2. Let's target... Let's target this guy first. Yeah, let's target the cultist. I mean, the cultist. The zealot first. You're a cultist. You're a cult. You're doing an incantation. You're a cultist. You're in a cult. So it's a +0. So we do 2 damage. I think I'm going to save my hatchet. He's going to move -1 and attack and poison. So he is going to move here, and he can't attack. He's not adjacent. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's not use the hatchet. Let's just do 2 damage to him. And he is number 2. Now we'll target this guy, and we are going to do... Oh, a miss. A miss. So my understanding reading this is I can't add +3 because I missed. I mean, it's add +3 to the attack. So it would have to not miss to begin with, even if it didn't do any damage. Oh, that's very disappointing. Well, let's see what our Void Warden can do. We have her move 4. She can move back and protect herself. This is the start of her turn, so she gains her second thing, and then she's not going to be able to put any more in there, which is sad. I was not happy. Oh, actually, before she gets to go, sorry. It's the Viper's turn. So he is moving at a +1 and jump, meaning this only counts. So 1, 2, he's just going to go there. Attack at -1. He attacks for 2. And that's fine. +1. So he attacks for 2 altogether. So he's down to 876. And poison. We're not going to forget poison. So poison, I'll just read it out. All attacks targeting the figure gain +1 attack bonus applied before the attack modifier card. This condition is only removed if the figure is affected by a heal, but the poison prevents the heal from increasing the figure's current hit point value. So very simple. Now that it's been applied, they get a +1 attack bonus, and that's just like these cards. It's applied before this modifier deck is, and our heals just don't work. All they do is remove this, so we're gonna have to waste a heal to get rid of it. So it's a pretty nasty condition. I like the way it's implemented in this game. Usually it would just be, you know, take a health off at the beginning of each turn until you get rid of it. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like it. Okay, so that was him. Void Warden gets to go finally. Move of 4. What do I want to do with her? I think we'll disarm at a range 3. 1, 2, 3. So disarm this fellow right here. And then let's move 4. Let's move 1, 2. Let's see if we can do something with that. That will get her this coin at the end. And then the Zealot gets to go. He moves at -1, so he moves for 1. He's going to move right there. Okay, we're going to see what we can do with those 2 cards. It is an initiative of 49. And did we do the double third? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we'll do 24 and 51. Okay, let's flip these over. So he's 43. So right now it's Hatchet first. 49 Void Warden. So 43 is Giant Viper. Seems to be the place he likes to go. And we should have shuffled this with Drain Life. 77. So same order as last time. Okay, so Hatchet wants to move back 3. 1, 2, 3. Poison's going with him. This needs to be shuffled. Okay. So he moves back, and then he's going to... Nope, I didn't want to move that one. I want to move this one. So he's only going to move there. Let's try that again. Move back 2, takes 2 to get there. And then attack 3, so he can see both of these. He's going to attack 3 at a range of 3. Well, since he's stranded, let's go after this guy. So attack 3 at a range of 3. Let's flip that over, and he's got a +0. So 3. We're going to throw this. That's 6. Ka-chunk. And he only has 5 health, so he is gone. And that falls there. A coin falls. Oops, sorry, Hatchet. And now it is Giant Viper's gone. Void Warden's turn. She might as well heal for... Oh, no. She's gonna junk that one and force one out, or get one ally to range 3 to perform an attack 2 at range 3. So attack 2 +1 is 3. So 3, 5. Oh, we're up to 5 out of 6. So close. Although that's good. I want to turn to run in here and get stuff. Poison's still on him. Let's not forget that. Alright, these guys are gone. I'm going to just flip this so it doesn't get in my way. She needs to... This fell off. So that gets lost. She loses another card. If it's... I think I only have one move card. Let's see. I only have one move card. Oh man, she's going to be stranded. So exhausted. She lost Lure of the Void, the disarm card. I actually was thinking about using that this turn. That's the way the cookie crumbles. He's going to need to do the same thing. And we lose. What did we lose? Attack 1 on 3. I'm okay with that. We've got a better move card anyway. So I only need to hit him for 1. So we're going to, of course, move. Move 5. Attack 3. Range 3. And she wants to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only there. And let an ally attack, just in case. Okay, so it's 18 and 43. He comes out swinging at a 19. Ooh, hatchet, barely. And I think we're going to be okay. So, 1. He's moving for 5. 1. That's all I want to go. So 3. Those will get picked up at the end of the turn. He's going to attack for 3. At a range of 3. And he does 3. So that's enough to kill this guy. That's all we needed. He picks that up. So I get out with 3 coins on him, 4 on her. I'm pretty happy about that. She can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she can't pick up anything. So that's the end of the scenario. Let's read the conclusion. It certainly doesn't give you any pleasure sifting through the human remains on the altar, but it does end up proving useful in between the bouts of vomiting. You find a necklace, one Sandy described in detail as never leaving the neck of her husband. Oh, I guess she's a widow now. With this in hand, you can bring at least some peace to the blacksmith's widow. Oh, see, told you. And inform the city guard about the whole situation. Still, you have a sneaking suspicion this isn't the end of the trail. Those road men, cultists, they're cultists, let's just say they're cultists. Those road men were certainly all underlings, which means Roland is still out there. One could make the argument that this is the city guard's job, but you search the cabin of the ship anyway and find a curious map. It's a crude depiction of the boiler district, and one building is clearly marked. Surely, it couldn't hurt to check it out. Okay, let's go over to the mini desk and we'll log everything and see if we can get an upgrade. And here we are at the mini painting desk. We have our map. The first thing we need to do is put a sticker on. And we need to find sticker number 4 right here. And we need to put it on C2. C2. Ooh, that's going to be harder to match up, isn't it? C2. It looks like kind of like that. Okay, pretty close. Alright, that looks good. A ritual in stone. And we're supposed to be checking these off, but I might actually go back and play this with my daughter, so I'm not going to check them off now. Okay, now that that's taken care of, the next thing we need to do is our XP. We have Hatchet and Void Warden. We saw that they got 2 XP during their adventure, and each adventure now, from now on, we get 6 XP for completing the mission. So if we fail, we don't get it. We have to replay the mission. If we succeed, we finally get that XP. Now you'll note up here, it takes 45 XP to get to level 2. So we're going to be stuck in level 1 for a while. So each character has 10 XP, and I circled that, and we'll mark it out as we go. We then need our perks. So we're rewarded with perks at the end of this scenario, and we get to pick 1 for each. 1 box gets checked. And this is a really tough decision. This may be the toughest decision I've had to make yet. So you get this pack of small cards in each of the character's boxes, and they're specific to the character, but if you notice the backs, they're the exact same backs as our modifier decks. So you'll see this has the Void Warden symbol, her staff here, and it says do not open this pack of cards until you're directed to do so. So this is where we start to get into some spoilers, just an FYI. But these are the perks that we can get. And so these are things we can place into the deck. Now, of course, we could just take the perk that allows us to remove 2 -1 cards, and that sounds actually really good. But for her, I'm really thinking about replace 1 -1 card with a +0 heal 1 ally card. And I think that just when she draws it, a 0 is better than a -1. And if she draws it, the compensation, she gets to heal an ally. And it doesn't have a range on it, so I think she can just heal an ally straight up. I think that's going to be good, because I think we're going to need to let Hatchet charge in a little bit more than we did this scenario. So I think that's the perk we're going to take with her. Now the one I really struggle over is Hatchet. I really like the idea of removing 2 -1 cards, and I really like the idea of replacing a +1 with a +3 card, just so he can do some major damage. However, I can see getting this early will make it swingy, because you're just replacing a good card with a great card, whereas some of these other ones you're replacing a not as good card with a really good card. Now, one of the things we didn't get to look at was Wound. We looked at Poison, we looked at Curse and Bless, we talked about Shield, but we didn't get to talk about Wound. So Wound is suffer 1 damage at the start of each turn, remove when it's healed. Or when the character's healed. So that's kind of like what we were talking about with what maybe Bleed or Poison would typically be in a lot of games. I also like the idea of adding Poison to an enemy. So many good choices here, and I don't know how often we're going to get these perks. But look, there's 3 of these in here, so let's go ahead, let's just go with the straight out murder somebody and go with +3. But before we can actually buy stuff, we have the city event phase. Now this is a new rule. During the city phase, you don't just charge into the city and buy stuff and it's all hunky-dory. We have some branching paths here, and this is what I've been looking forward to, is how they're going to do the branching paths. So I shuffled this up, I haven't looked at them. We're just going to get the top card off of here and read it. So let's read it. There's a saying, mess with the sleeping lion and you'll get the jaws. Today's one of those days where you earn that drink discount. You knock on the door of Zane, an orchid who switched from providing assurances to providing excuses. He opens up and you let him know it's time to settle this tab. Oh, come on. He sent the jaws? Right, okay, problem is you're a day early. I've got a lot of gold coming my way. Huge haul and some bets. Guaranteed money. You notice some packed bags inside the doorway. Zane speaks up. Oh, it's nothing. Was just my plan B. No big deal. Don't need that anymore. I'm rolling in cash, or at least I will be tomorrow. Heck, I'd even be willing to toss you something for the day. So that is our city event, and it says that all players must choose and agree on either option A or option B, and then we flip the card. What we do, here's the city deck, and this is the one we did. We have option A, not buying it, he pays up now. Option B, a little trust goes a long way, come back tomorrow. Okay, sorry about that. My battery died and I knocked over the deck. I'm doing great. All right, so where were we? Yes, we have option A. We read the story. We have option A and option B. Option A, not buying it. He pays up now. Option B, a little trust goes a long way. Now the rules say that you're supposed to talk this over with your group. Everybody has to come to a consensus. You have to pick option A, option B, and then and only then do you flip the card over and read the outcome of what you picked. And you'll be able to see it on the screen, but I'm only gonna look at what I choose. But I need to talk it over with my group. So hang on one second. Just hang on. Right. I agree. Yeah, that's what we would do in that situation. Okay, settled? Really? Just get on board. Okay, all right. So I talked it over with me, myself, and I, and we came up with option B. That seems to be what we would do in this situation. We really want our characters to be just nice people, trusting, believe that the world's a good place. Yeah, we can do this. A little trust goes a long way. Come back tomorrow. So option B. Are you sure, guys? Okay, once I flip it. You walk into the sleeping line, and the next day you find Zane waiting for you. He's sporting a set of thick gold rings, and an ostentatious necklace hangs low around his neck, catching the light. Friends, haha, welcome. Drinks are on me. Told you I'd be rolling in it. Oh, and a small tip for your trust. Gain 20 collective gold. Okay. All right, and then that's gone, I think. 20 collective gold. Well, this is good. We get 20 collective gold, but collective gold means that we share it, but we have to divvy it up. So we've got to figure out who gets what, and our group's not happy with me. So let's look at our cards and see what maybe we can get. I was thinking about getting these stamina potions, but now we have gold. Theoretically 20 each. That's an iron helm or weather boots, which I actually like that idea for hatchet. So, and I also like the throwing hammer. That's 30. If he took all the gold, he could get that. And ranged attack, stun. Oh, such hard choices. I'm really enjoying Gloomhaven, if you can't tell. Well, let me think about it. I'll choose these and we'll update you on our fourth scenario. But there's one more thing. We get all the level 1 cards. So let's take a quick peek. We won't read through them. We'll cover that in the next chapter. But we now take all the level 1 cards and replace them in the decks. So obviously I have to sleeve these so they match, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna have 10 cards for him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for her. Unless I missed something. Nope. So characters can have different amount of cards. It's really neat. Their hand size is different. So that looks really exciting. I'm really excited to read through these cards and see what we have. That's what we've been working towards. The training wheels are coming off, guys.